Hello there, friends. Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and Leon and I are here today to talk to you about a couple books that we're really excited about. They're both brand new, but other than that, they really don't have anything in common. They are very, very different books, but I am excited to talk to you about because I just finished reading them recently, and I think that there is something for everyone here to enjoy. So the first one is called Honeycomb by Joanne Harris. Now, I was really interested in this for a couple different reasons. The first is the illustration on the cover, and the illustrations throughout it are also done by the same person whose name is Charles Vess. You might recognize that name because he's done a lot of illustrations, a lot of children's books illustrations throughout the years on different works. So this book is just littered with these gorgeous, gorgeous illustrations by him. And basically, this is a book of fairy tales, but they're not fairy tales that you have heard before. They are all different, unique stories. Here's another picture. I wanted to find another one for you. So these stories are all very different. You're not going to be finding Snow White or Sleeping Beauty in here. Some of the stories include a toy maker who wants to create the perfect wife, a princess whose heart is won by words, not actions, and a tiny dog whose confidence completely outweighs his size, and the Lacewing King, which is a fairy prince that pops up a lot in a lot of these different stories. Are they all connected? You'd have to read that yourself to find out. But the good thing about it is you don't really have to read it from start to finish. If you want to pick through it and find one that sounds interesting to you, even the end papers on this are just really beautiful. I just really love the story. This is really different from some of the other stuff she's written, and one of her most famous titles is called Chocolat. I think was also a movie as well. So she wrote this, and this is her first fairy tales book, as far as I know, anyway. And it's absolutely beautiful. If you love fairy tales, if you love those kind of stories, like whimsical and fun, but also a little dark and dangerous too, check this one out. It's really good. Like I said, if you don't want to read the whole thing, you can pick and choose which ones you'd like to read, what ones sound interesting to you, and definitely take advantage of looking at some of these beautiful illustrations. I just have to find another one for you because they're just so amazing. And there's not only these color ones, which I've shown you, but also a lot of black and white illustrations as well. Here's another one. Absolutely beautiful. So highly recommend this. Like I said, this is called Honeycomb by Joanne Harris. Wonderful read, especially if you love fairy tales. Now the second book is completely different. Like I said, it's a really different kind of story, not anything to do with that. This is called Fan Fiction by Brent Spiner. Now this name might sound familiar to you, and if so, it is because Brent Spiner is the actor who played Data, the android from Star Trek Next Generations. So that being said, you do not have to be a fan of Star Wars, or Star Trek, I'm sorry. You don't have to be a fan of Star Trek to enjoy this book and to enjoy the story. It will definitely make the enjoyment of it so much more amazing if you are. So, I mean, the first group of people I would recommend this to, obviously, are Star Trek fans, especially Star Trek Next Generation fans. But it's really just a fun, crazy, zany story that really anyone can enjoy. So the subtitle for it is Fan Fiction, a Meme Noir, inspired by true events. So you never really know what is real in this story and what is not real in this story. So basically it's a story talking about himself, right, Brent Spiner, and how he is being stalked by a celebrity. Starts out by sending him really crude things in the mail. The first thing is a part of a pig's anatomy that I will not say what it is. You're going to have to read it to discover, but I'm sure you can imagine. And then she starts sending like creepy letters and just all kinds of things. So he has to hire this bodyguard who has a twin that's an FBI agent. And it's just so many crazy antics that happen in this book. I was laughing the whole time. I've met Brent Spiner before at a comic book convention. He is a wonderful, beautiful man, very kind and generous. And this is such an homage to not only Star Trek in general, but just really like television and movies and the fans of actors, because you know, what is too far, right? What is that line that should not be crossed? If you are a fan of something, fan of an actor, fan of a TV show or movie, what is the line that you shouldn't be crossing as a fan? So that's one of the things that is talked about in here. It's absolutely hilarious. If you're looking for a light, funny read that you just cannot take seriously at all, please don't take this seriously at all. This book is hilarious. Fan fiction. Love it. Definitely fantastic for Star Trek fans, but really anybody looking for a great time would enjoy this book. I just, even thinking about it, I can't stop giggling because it was just delightful. A delightful romp of craziness. So those are what we have for you today. I hope that they sound really interesting and fun. If so, please feel free to come and get them from Farmington Community Library. We do still have our curbside service available if you'd like to utilize that. If not, you're welcome to come in the building and check them out. And please let me know what you think of these books if you do read them. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and have a wonderful rest of the day.